I've got but 36 platinum under my belt now. So and this year we got the seventh Grammy nomination, but didn't get it. We had the DMX song with
Mm.
Jay-Z and Nas that was on the list, but we didn't get it. So number seven I didn't get, but hey, who's counting? I used Zoom, uh, audio movers, and WhatsApp all at once, and had to coordinate a whole series of muting and signal flow and deal with the extreme, the latency on their end, from audio movers, and actually earlier programs than that. Well, like with Moscow and Japan, and I used those programs, and it was painful. Man, it was hard because you'd have to wait, and then you'd have to talk to people and mute the phone. And if you wanted to see them, you'd have to Zoom on. And if you didn't have bandwidth or to get audio and the Zoom going, and then there would be audio in the Zoom. So you've got these, and then you really wanted to speak in real time on your phone, and especially then you hear their phone back with the delayed music and the hi-hats and the high-end shit coming through their phone with a delay, huge latency, like, a whole bar off, like, 4 beats off. Skype just was a piece of shit, always was, as far as I was concerned. I could never get anything done, and logging in with the MS stuff and all, man, it's garbage. Glitchy, terrible picture, and it's freezing all the time. Anyway, so Zoom went for the meeting, but we have to get our needs met, and you guys address that in a great way. So it was just insane to try to work that way, but we muscled through it, and that's how I found Sessionwire, and trying to find another solution for this problem. And since I've let everything else go to the wayside, and here we are now. I work with people all over the world all the time. And I think you're right there in competition, technically wise. You're right there up with the big guys that have billions to work with. So I'm uber impressed with the progress. Multiple days a week I'm on Sessionwire. Everything locks in. Once you're set up, it stays set up. And it works great in the DAW. Like, all the switching works. It's just getting, now I feel really confident. Every time I turn it on, it pops on. It's there. It's lock solid. I've never had a failure. Never had a failure. Never had a frozen screen. It's great. Now it's in real time, and I'm facing them, and I always see their face, and that they don't see that I'm seeing their face. Watch their faces react to my mixing. And that, to me, is so satisfying, because those questions I have as I move around and do things, I can tell when they're in sync with what I'm doing, and I get that instant feedback. I don't even have to ask. I'm okay. I see he likes that. Okay, we're gonna go in that direction and move right down that path. And that's the magic of Sessionwire, even over being together in a live room, live in a room together, I should say. That's a bigger plus, because it's actually it's the real connection. What I've discovered, the most valuable thing, aside from the networking and being able to pop in and out, and just, you see the list of who's in their room. You just pop in on your buddies mixing, you know what I mean? Or clients, if they're there. But generally, it's more the professional community has a place to exist. Like the way we used to be at Sony or the Hit Factory. You'd walk around down the hallway. They have 7, 8 rooms. You could, pop in, stick your head in, see what Tony Maserati's doing, see what Bob Powers is doing. Bono's on the second floor, Michael Jackson's upstairs. Let's pop in and see what's going on. So, with Sessionwire, you can still do that. It's back to that again. We have the community, the core of the professional community we're available to each other in our environment without having to like schlep to the city, have a drink, have a coffee. So now we can do it while we're working and exchange ideas, and that fertile, that garden, of like new ideas and new techniques is available. One of my biggest clients, international clients, I should say, he's a big star in Russia, and he's super talented and he's super hands-on, and it's great because with Sessionwire, we have the remote mouse capability, and literally he's in Moscow, he's on my computer mixing his song from my computer, and it feels like we're in real time doing it. And we can both just jump in and grab something, because he likes to go through and set all he's got 300 tracks, so he likes to go through and set all the pans himself. Then I go EQ and do my big picture stuff, and then he goes back in and micromanages things like he likes to do. So then I walk away. I leave him for a couple hours working on my computer downstairs. Then he texts me, "Okay, I'm ready for you." and I come back and we shoot the shit to finish off the mix together, and it's great. So what else do you want?